All right. First off, I want to say happy birthday to my brother Mike. Hope you're doing good. Hope everything's going great. Hope you have a great birthday. Also, I want to say happy birthday to Elian and my cousin Mark. I hope y'all have a great day. I'm glad that y'all are on this planet another year. Hope you learned something different. Hope you've expanded your mind in a way that you didn't think you would last year. That being said, let's see. Free thinkers. Free thinking. What do you think of when you think of free thinking? Do you feel like you think freely? Or does every thought you have revolve around money? Or in some way that'd be a good idea if I could afford it. Or when my coins get right, I'm gonna, man, what if everything was free? What if everything was free? Because the idea of exchanging stuff before you have it wasn't important anymore. I'm sure at some point in time that was important. You know what I'm saying? The idea of money, having to exchange it so you can have other things. But there's enough people on the planet now where playing that game is hurting us more than it's helping us. But let's just say, for instance, you stop. Let's say everybody quit doing what they were doing, and it wasn't about the country that has the most trying to get the most. Because that's really what it's about, even if we don't want to acknowledge that. There's a couple of good movies I've been watching, and it's not making me go crazy. It's making me really snap to some shit that's real, man. To some shit that's real. What do humans revolve around, man? We revolve around rate of exchange. It doesn't matter if we want to call it the dollar, the yen, the whatever other foreign rate. I mean, I'm sure there's the euro, whatever, the peso. It's the same thing. We're all working for that. But what if you were, the principle and the concept has already been taught to us. You just haven't worked. We're not applying it to the right things. And it got blown so out of proportion that you were fighting for freedom. It got blown so out of proportion when you came back that you know that now when soldiers go to war, I'm not saying this is what they teach. I could be talking out the side of my neck. But now it's kind of something they want you to consider is you're fighting for the man next to you. And that's true, man. You're fighting for the man next to you. But that has been true forever. Forever. That's always been true. You've always been fighting for the man right next to you. Sometimes they pull you away so you can go fight for them. If you come back and you feel like you were mistreated or things didn't pan out or you did all that and you seem unappreciated, there's a reason for that. When you're done with the hammer, you don't think, hey, thanks, hammer, and put it down. It's a tool. I mean, sure, you want to take care of it, you'll polish it and whatnot. But when a new hammer comes along, or an electric hammer, or something that's more convenient, of course, man, we're always going to have great stories about this hammer, man. Hammer was important. The truth is, the real truth of the matter is, what are you doing things for in life? What are you waking up for in the morning? I'm waking up for my wife, man. I want her to be happy. And more than anything else in this world, man, I've done a lot of wrong to a lot of people. I want her to be happy. To really, really, truly know happiness. Whatever it is her happiness is, I'm gonna dedicate myself to her having that. And there's no reason why I can't make these videos in the process. See, saving the world is not going to come in the form of a cape or a flash of light. It's going to be long term. It's going to be a process. In the same way we're breeding out the stuff that's important, like, you ever notice, like, the hard way? Or there's this term in the penitentiary, it's called square business. Square business. I'm the type of motherfucker, I don't like to say something if it sounds stupid. But then I ask, what the fuck is square business, nigga? And my homeboy Brad, he said, nigga, you don't know what square business is? Like, nah. He says, man, square business, nigga, it's when you don't cut no corners, because you square. But that's not square, man. Maybe square is good. We put so many labels and terms and terminology and definitions on behaviors that it becomes believable that that's what it is because somebody said. I love the idea of science. Put it to the test. If it passes and it says it is, that's what it is, and it passes the test, that, hey, is this what it is? And is this a duck? Does it quack? Does it fly? Does it represent Aflac? All that bullshit, Whatever it takes to put the test, for you to find truth in what you believe in. Because I guarantee you it's not what you're being told. Some of the most intelligent rappers, one of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my fucking life was by Nas, Savali. Listen to what that dude is saying. In the very beginning of the fucking song, I'm not even sure this is what he says, but this is what it sounds like he's saying. He says, some of us are smart as dummies. You can read the signs and the language of Egyptian mummies, but you can't feed or put food in the mouths of the starving tummies. He said, but wait, let's not pay attention to the youth, because it's not like the future depends on them. Nah, let's pay attention to that chimpanzee, because he makes big money. Our learning system is fucked up. It's a constant repetition of memorize. If you want to teach somebody, somebody was telling me something about the Jewish learning system. I'm not even sure if this is real, but the Jewish learning system is like, if they ask you, what's 2 plus 2, you have to say, what is, I don't know, 6. You have to give a whole bunch of answers to the number 4. What's the square root of 16? What is the, just different things like that. I'm getting a call right now, and it's from my wife. I'll answer in just a second. But that's what I got, man. That's what I got. We're focusing on a lot of the wrong stuff, man. A lot of the wrong stuff. Our lives are revolving around money, and everybody's going through it. They say the worst thing you can do is wake somebody up, man. Don't let a motherfucker find out that they've been being lied to. Lil Wayne, man, my name is Cash, my nigga. If anybody on my stomach, look at this. You know what that says? It says, mi feria es mi orgullo. At one time, I believed in that shit. I used to believe that my money was my pride. I believed in it so much, I sat there and took the pain to get that motherfucking tattoo. So what does that say now? If I'm not trying to get paid off of it. I'm not trying to get paid off none of this. This information is free. I'm trying to get as many people as I can to notice that, hey man, we don't have to work anymore. Nobody on this planet does anymore. Now we're really just playing this fucking cocksucking game. We're really just sitting around this Monopoly table, and because we're having fun, we're being enticed to continue to keep playing. Lo and behold, if we keep fucking playing, it's like playing strip poker. Eventually you don't have any clothes on. There's an end result to what we're doing. There's an end result to what we're doing. I think it's important. I really, really, really think it's important that everybody tries to find out what that is for themselves. At the rate we're going and what we're doing, what's gonna happen? It's like watching a kid run with scissors. Bam, he's running. Oh, look at the way. Oh, he's fixing a stump. Oh, you get what I'm trying to say? Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Just have some questions on your own. Debate with the shit with your friends. Man, look what this dumb motherfucker talking about. Whatever. However you got to do it. If you think you can poke a hole in what I'm saying, do that too. I challenge you to do that. Are you really about the man next to you? Why are you still worried about me? Are you teaching your kids that the best thing to do is to wake up, go to school, get this education, go to these colleges, and continue to work this system? It's produced some of the greatest minds. The TED Talks, man, I've learned some awesome stuff from the TED Talk shit. On Netflix, there's a movie called Moving the Ziegist Movement Forward, or something like that. Man, watch that. There's another movie called Serious. Watch that. That's some awesome shit. It'll make you think. If nothing else, it'll make you think. That's all. What I'm trying to do is equalize everybody on the whole planet. Everybody. From the top to the bottom. Everybody be equal. Stand up. Stand in front of your house and see what makes you different than everybody else. And notice that it's the things that are behind you. We all look the same. We're all in search of the same thing. Peace, happiness, love, compassion. We're all looking to be held by one another. We're all looking to be paid attention to. We're all sorry that we went through something bad. We're all sorry about the things that happened yesterday. We all hope to do better. But we are all confined by yesterday's decisions. Mentally we are. The more you let go, see, change happens gradually over time. It happens over a long period of time. Long period of time. Real change does. Anything else, a lot of it's just talk. You know, we thought we had gotten away from violence. How many of y'all remember the fucking 70s? What it was like to have a good fight. Motherfuckers putting up their dukes. And guess what? I don't. I wasn't alive in the fucking 70s. But I remember what the stories were like and how they got. Then in the 80s, that's when I grew up. I didn't know too much about fighting back then, but late 80s, early 90s, all the 90s, most of the 2000s have been about seeing how history is just repeating itself. Niggas is back to flagging again. Niggas back to Crippin' and Bloods again. We had already said that that shit was outdated. We were going in the wrong direction with that. But now we're fighting over the same things again. We're banging all over again. We're drive-by shooting all over again. I don't know if you noticed, dog, but running up at somebody's house when they're in there, when their family's in there, that shit ain't new, my nigga. You ain't doing nothing that already been done. But it makes you feel hard, or it makes you feel like you're doing something. It makes you feel cool. Like, hey, nigga, I did that. You're going to find real quick, man, there's a place for you. There is a place for you. And it'll give you time to think. You don't have to use that time in there to think like on some bullshit. You don't have to run the same rat race once you get in there. Because they have everything in there. It's the same way. They designed it that way. If they wanted to keep it out, they could. My time's about to be up on this thing. This is so awesome. We have the ability to love one another all the time. Our power is in doing the unexpected. If they expect us to buck, cry, scream, then stand still. Wait to see what's going to happen. And right when you think you should act, wait a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. That's all I got. Long live each and every person on this planet, man. No kings, no queens, no taxes, no nothing. Long live everybody on this planet.